I think you can get an idea of what's down below there. I just got to get rid of some of the bush just to open it up a little bit, but it's a pretty little hay field over there. There's no structures anywhere, and it comes along a ridge right here. It's about 80 feet off the water, off that lower part. I'm just guessing because of the height of the trees over there, but somewhere around there, 70 to 90 feet. And you can see the river down below. She's a bit high today. We had a good rain last night. But you can see that field goes all the way along there, and then this is a real steep bank. It's easily more than 50 degrees. You can just see how it drops right there, right down. I'd say it's between 45 and 50 degrees of a slope. But it's well treed, lots of small bushes and shrubs and that sort of thing, and a lot of big trees too. I'm not going to mess with it too much, especially down this end, because it's a little more unstable at the back side of the property here towards the river. But and it's just real pretty, so why cut it? And sure, a little thinning will happen, mostly just spruce trees that are about 20 or 30 feet down the slope. Some of these scrubby spruce trees that are coming up. I'm not worried about the tall ones because you can see through those, but a lot of these little scrubby deals right here, 10-year-old trees, 10 and 15-year-old trees, and leave some of the prettiest stuff. Like there's some beautiful maples growing down in here. There's a bit of a drop down in there. I can see some wire from cattle fencing. I think this used to be this was all pasture many years ago. But it's grown up since. But a lot of that wire is along the edge here, exactly where I plan on cutting some of this stuff. So it's murder on a saw. If you've ever cut that sort of thing, you know. There's a nice little trail that goes along the edge here. I'm guessing that's just where the cattle beat it down along the edge of a fence line. It's usually what happens. But way back here, it's a little more stable, so that's where I'm going to put the camper right here. And here's where I did my cutting yesterday. And she's a little brighter today. You can make out the field down here. And I think that other camera, you couldn't really see it too well. So there's the one I bought. It's a 34 footer with a push out. I think it's a 95. This big deck goes with it. So I gotta take this big deck apart. A Hornet. Nice, got an awning. She's all winterized. Deck's not bad. Imagine it's gonna need a little work. Imagine it's locked there. Yeah. A little dark in here at the moment, but queen size bed in here. Just a little bedroom. Yeah, living room is pretty decent. It's got that whole push out thing. This here goes right out. So it's not exactly sure how this works. I think some of this might have to come apart. Yeah, this is all permanent, I think. Little fridge and microwave built in there. Stove. Double sink. She needs a little work, but bathroom, shower. That's the smallest tub I've ever seen in my life. Little bunk there. Hot water heater probably. Yeah. Back door. Toity. Anyway, soon be my home. Well, it's first thing Sunday morning. I'm down below the land here. There's that big field you saw. It's over there. And there's the bank I was telling you about. And like I say, it's about 80 feet up to the top, maybe. Yeah, it's quite high actually to that. See, that tree's way up there. It slopes down on that end, and that's the peak, and then my land starts over there somewhere, and then it runs across behind me. And funny thing is, my land doesn't come right to the water. It's literally like 15 feet right over there on top of that. And you can see where some of it has slipped in the past, but it's mostly way down there. It's not on my property, but that's why I'm just careful where I'm building, because I think someday this whole side right here is going to go. And who knows when that'll be. And it may never go, you never know. I mean, the river could shift again and go off that way into the river, into the field. But I'm not too worried about it. But what a beautiful river, eh? Why nobody would want to buy a property overlooking this is I can't figure it out. And the only thing I can think of is they were worried about this bank, but it only affects a small part of the property. It really doesn't, and it's only affecting the part of the property that's useless anyway. So if it slipped, you'd only have a better view. But what a beautiful river the Meander is. It's called the Meander because that's exactly what it does. It meanders across this countryside. If you went to the bottom of this river, you could drive to the headwaters of this river in a straight line over about 10 miles. But the river itself is about 60 miles long. And the whole way it's as pretty as that. What a beautiful river.